Welcome back to Cody in the Cinema. Today I'm going to start a new series called Camp Cody, where I look at some truly creepy, awesome, campy classics. Like this total banger here. He came from the swamp. So I've seen two of the Grefé pictures. Okay, he was known for his exploitation films, and they're both here. Sting of Death, and if you own this, you'll notice that I've done the reversible sleeve to also, to have Death Curse of Tartu on the outside. Because I originally streamed on the Arrow player, the Death Curse of Tartu, and Sting of Death was the one I most recently seen. The plot is that this deformed gifted scientist, he's working for a marine biologist, and he's been working secretly in the Everglades area, and he's there in Florida, he's working, doing some stuff he shouldn't. And then this group of spring breakers comes in, and they're just like totally awful to him because his face has a deformity. And it's like kind of just a really bad slasher. You know, the lines are read, they're either read like too soon or too late. It's like, so I'm an English teacher, and sometimes like having students read plays back and forth. Like there are students I've had in class that do a better job of acting than these guys did. There's like some dancing, and at one point they like dance to this song about jellyfish, which is nice because, hear me out, Egon, the guy who ends up being the killer, his whole thing involves jellyfish. So that was nice. You know what? The effects, sometimes they're actually kind of creepy in this movie, and there are times that like the movie like straight up is a parody of itself. This is also true with the Death Curse of Tartu, and it's wonderful. And especially like with the doctor character, you wonder how many of them know that they're like in on the joke. Like you can never really tell, and it just walks that line. You know what? This is what I was thinking about. This is about a group of spring breakers, right? And they're dancing, they're doing their jellyfish dance. And I was imagining, because I near where I live, there are all kinds of college students. And there are these guys that have like this open garage door. And every time I go by, I think about like spring breakers. And I was thinking about that open garage door with like a ping pong table without the paddles, okay? And there's Jello treats, and it's like there's an old TV, and someone's PS4 is playing this thing in the background. I mean, that's what this is for, right? It's fun. It's so cool. And I was just wondering if like college Cody would have appreciated this. You know, I mean, we're up at like 2 a.m. eating Slim Jims. No wonder I have high blood pressure now, right? This seems like it was made for the college spring breaker to enjoy. And it's ridiculous. It's fun. The Death Curse of Tartu. So this one I did like a little bit better. I think it's a little bit better of a movie. The description is this group of young people, they go to the Everglades, also to party, just like Sting of Death. Okay, just like the first picture I discussed. And they don't realize that they've disturbed the tomb of this witch doctor who's been dead for hundreds of years. And so this witch doctor, this dead body thing underground, takes the form of different animals in the Everglades that become antagonists to our group of partiers. And the wasn't it, anaconda or something in there? It's perfect. Okay, the gators, perfect. I mean, it works so well on every level, and it doesn't work well at all. It's awful. So how can these things be true at the same time, right? Well, I was trying to figure out, why am I sitting here watching this like mummy-looking thing come back to life. I mean, surely Boris Karloff did it better, right? In the 30s picture. Yeah. Well, yeah. Surely Brendan Fraser did it better. Yeah. Well, he wasn't the mummy, but you know what I mean. Figured it out. You know why we love cult classics? Because something in our memory just it goes in little circles when we see these things. Okay, let me tell you about my story here. When I was a little kid, once a year we lived in Southwest Virginia. Okay, there was nothing to do, but we would drive down to. Well, I didn't drive. My parents did. Down to Florida. Okay, and I have these memories of going to St. Augustine. There's an alligator farm there. And I would have like dreams about alligators and like these like long green like tunnels or something where the gators were gonna come get me. And I remember like lighthouses and you remember those McDonald's apple pies? Surely you do. I mean, those are the kind of memories that come up. So I think of like Florida and I think of the Everglades. And I think, and I've been there as an adult. I've camped there. I've been to all the national parks in Florida, and they're awesome. And I think it might be a comfort in a world that is like actually scary, where we as adults have real problems that we deal with every day. And instead of creepy jellyfish men things and mummies underground, which is what we were scared of back then, now we have these like bigger demons, metaphorically speaking, that we have to conquer. I don't know, but I will say this. If you want something silly to put on when you're just looking for a real good time and also looking for a terrible set of movies, He Came from the Swamp, William Grefé, these are the movies for you. Can't not recommend them enough. Let's put him where he belongs there beside Bergman. So, do you have any cult classics that you like, that you'd like me to maybe look at for this series? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this kind of subject matter. It's something I'm a little bit less experienced with, but I'm having fun exploring this stuff. And we'll see you next time. Cody in the Cinema. Make sure to like and subscribe.